Video 4, October 9th, 2022. Nathan from Queens, Ultimate Traders over here. This is probably going to be the most important video for a lot of you. Trading plans going into October 10th, 2022. Cha-ching! This week was incredible. It was not better than it could have been, because I think I made about 8 or 9 trades this week on puts. You know, I was saying last week, if you check into my videos, I was hoping to do 2 Monday, 2 Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, and but it didn't happen. It might happen this week. If there's a single day where I can cover 4 or 5 puts in one day, it will give me the confidence to carry more than 15 or 16 puts. I think I have either 15 or 16 puts right now. So when I close the puts, I immediately open up other puts. But I'm not carrying 20 puts until there's a day when I can close 4 or 5 puts, not these 1 or 2 puts. So most of the days this past week, I did, actually there was a few days that I did 2 puts, which was good. There are some days I did 1 puts. So still put city, just like my last video. Things are going bad. We're going to have bad CPI, probably about 8%, maybe 8.1, but about 8%. And unfortunately, rates have to go higher. Earnings are not going to be good. We just heard from AMD this past week, and AMD is mega. It's a mega. It says a lot about what's going on. But this past week, what is disturbing? APRN. If anyone's been following me, they've been trying to short squeeze APRN for like 2 months. It went as high as like $8 or $9. Ever since it's been $8, I've been buying puts on it, all right? And that's known. If you go to my Twitter, you go to my Reddit, I've been doing puts on APRN. I've done puts on APRN maybe 6 times, where I buy the put, and sell the put. So I did about 6 trades on APRN over the past 5 or 6 weeks. That's important because this past Monday, APRN printed shares because they needed cash. So Monday morning, it tanked hard from like, I think mid 5s to below 450. I had January puts, 450 strike. Around 440, I was in the money, I covered. I bought only $2,000. So that's important. I bought only $2,000. I did well. I think I made $800 or not. Yeah, 8 or 900. I bought it at $1.30, sold it at $1.75. So that was, percentage-wise, it was my best trade of the week. I made almost 50%. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is I've knowingly been buying puts on APRN. I've even gone on the short squeeze sub and told them that this is a trade. I don't blame you guys. You're pushing it. The stock price is low. It is short 70%, but it's short 70% for a reason. It's not a good company. Be careful. Trade at your own risk. To me, if you're Faru or if you're doing these posts and you come out and say, hey, you know what? This is a good short squeeze stock. It's speculative. It's risky. But it can move if we work together, or if we all like this stock, it can work. It's a lot different from a lot of the DD where they're saying this is a gold mine. You got to buy this. It's going to go up because the Sandberg guy, who now you can see is an idiot. He's an idiot. Nathan's not an idiot. I think APRN is what? $2.30. So you don't need to keep calling me an idiot. Obviously, I made money on every single trade. You know, I was a little upset because on Monday, and that's why I keep saying I did $2,000. $2,000. So if I knew, because people are saying, did I know something? People are asking me, did I know? If I knew APRN was going to print $15 million, you know, into the market to get cash, when I already know they have a problem with cash, just like I'm saying GameStop is going to need to get some cash either December, January, or February. I can't tell you exactly because I don't see the cash flows every month. But I can see from the balance sheet and I can see the negative cash flow, I'm using a trajectory. I'm calculating. It's going to happen. I'm telling you it's going to happen. I'm telling you MC is going to print. Like, I'm telling you these things because I can see. So the problem with that is on Monday, people are attacking me. Attacking me. Hold up. If I knew that APRN was going to print on Monday, why? Just think about it. Why would I have only $2,000 in puts? Why would I only have $2,000? Right now, most of my puts are $2,000, some are $3,000, but the majority of my puts are $2,000. I'm spreading out the love. I have, I think, 16 puts. Each one is about $2,000, so it's $32,000. Every time I make a trade, I'm trying to make about $500, so 25%. Unfortunately, I didn't take $200. I was up 10% on a lot of puts last week. A lot of puts, I think last week, I ended the week with like 11 or 12 puts. There was like 5 or 6 that I could have covered on and made 10% and then brought back in. I didn't, but I'm not a hindsight trader. I'm trying to do the 25%, doing $2,000 a put, 15, 16 puts. But I'm going back into this. If I had these 16 puts, about $32,000. If you're trying to tell me that I had insider information or I knew something that they were going to do some kind of offering, why would I have $2,000? Why would I have $2,000 in these? Does that make any sense to you? I have $30,000 in puts that I'm pretty sure I'm going to make money on. Pretty sure. Not 100%, but pretty sure. But if I knew on a Monday in the morning that APRN was going to print shares and I have another $30,000 on something, why would I have $30,000 in something else? If I knew on that Monday, forget the $30,000. If I knew that a company was going to, a company that's worthless is going to print a ton of shares, I'm going to put $100,000 on put on options, not even shorting the stock. I'm going to put 100 G's on the options because I know. So I'm just trying to tell you all. Same thing with Bed Bath & Beyond. On August 17th, I think that was a Wednesday. Let me check. I'm going to check the calendar on the computer. I'm going to check the calendar on the computer because I believe it was a Wednesday. Wednesday, August 17th, news came out that Ryan Cohen did a 144. News came out that he did a 144. It was on 3:45 p.m. I knew when he put out the 144 that he was out. Because you have 48 hours after you do a trade to release the 144. So he sold out all his shares on the 17th of August and released the 144. And brainwash apes were saying, no, he has 60 days. He knows that once he releases that information, it's going to dump. Because it's gonna strike fear into everyone. So no one, I wrote in the post that nobody, less than 1% of people are gonna release a 144 and still be in the stock. They are out already. By the time that 144 hits, they are out. That wasn't me spreading FUD. And I had puts on Bed Bath & Beyond. I think at that time I had $3,000 in puts. But it was hard to buy more because there's so many apes. This is an auction. If everyone is buying a stock, no matter what the earnings are, no matter what bad news, we could have a nuclear war. I'm not joking, this is an auction. We could literally have a nuclear war. The world can be ending, and if everyone buys Bed Bath & Beyond, it's going to double. Of course, that's not going to happen now. There's a lot of fear, but that's the way it works. So when I knew that he dumped, I had like $3,000 in puts and I was making money. I traded Bed Bath & Beyond a ton. When you guys pumped it up, I'm not saying you guys, the people that don't know, pumped it up. I was just buying puts. I was making money all day. I was buying puts. As soon as it hit 25, it went up to 26, 28, it went as high as 30. I was just trading puts in and out, in and out, in and out. But I was a little bit scared because there was a lot of people spreading FUD saying he didn't sell. So that was bringing other apes, minted, fresh, new bag holders. So when new minted, fresh bag holders come in, support the stock up, it can even support him dumping 10 million shares. But you know, I don't want to go way off topic, but on Monday morning, it dipped to like 380. I think now it's 250. But when it dipped to like 380, on the short squeeze sub, people were hammering me. People were going crazy at me. And think about that. Think about that. For weeks, I'm telling everyone, I'm buying puts on APRN. I'm doing trades. You at Ultimate Traders, you see I'm trading puts on APRN. Why am I the enemy that all of a sudden they dumped? They dumped shit. That's going to happen. That's going to happen with GameStop. So I'm the enemy? I'm telling you guys in advance. If anything, APRN is the enemy. Trey is the enemy. Deep Value, he is the enemy. Nathan is not the enemy. I mean, these guys don't come out and tell you on the video. That's what I'm saying. This is very different. Very different. Okay? You come on a video or you come on a post and you say, you know what? This is a great opportunity here. It's very risky, but this is why I can see PRTY fly, because they're trying to pump PRTY. I can understand. Halloween is coming. It's very cheap. It's like $1.50 stock. So if we love it, it can fly. But say it's a little risky. Don't say, oh, it's a short squeeze. The company's doing well. Try to do DD. Come on, they're missing sales. They're not making money. It's not a good company. But it's speculative. It can go. But if you say that on a video or you write that in a post, people aren't confident. People aren't confident. So obviously you lie. You lie and try to get other apes on it. Call it for what it is. That's what I do. I call it for what it is. But anyway, let's not go into that. So that was amazing on APRN. I mean, I didn't feel good about being attacked. I felt good about being right, but I didn't feel good about being attacked. I traded wing and snow almost every single day this past week. I'm back. Am I back in wing or so? I've done so many trades. I don't even know. I might be back in. I don't even know if I'm back in wing or snow right now. But I do know I have APPF, CHWY. I was up on CHWY. I have like 15 or 16 puts. I have to check. So some people don't believe me. So this is what's going on. Because I was checking some recent history. I've been right on well over 50 options trades before the last loss. I've been right on over 50. I don't even know how much I made because I don't even care about that. I just try to make sure that every trade is a winning trade. I try to make $400 or $500 on each trade. So if I was right on 50 trades, making 50 trades, making 500, and I just told you I made like $900 on APRN. So that's why I'm saying, let's say the average is $500, but it's not. It's higher because if I'm making 400, all of a sudden I make 900. A Bed Bath & Beyond, I made like, there was one trade, I had $2,000 in the Bed Bath & Beyond, and I made, I think, $1,400 or $1,500 on one trade. So, once again, let's just say, because that's not it, but let's just say it's 500, and I made 50 trades. That's $25,000. If I'm putting $2,000 in each option, $2,000 in each option, that means I have to have 13 options expire before I'm net at a loss. Now that's not going to happen because the only option I have that's 1021 is 10/9 right now, October 9th. I'm down on roadblocks. I'm up on the firm. I have a firm puts too that expire at 1021, but I'm down on roadblocks puts. So if I lose on that one trade, but this week coming, I have another 5 to 10 positive trades. It's not 50 trades. It could be 75 trades before my last loss. So that is what I'm doing. And that's something that maybe you guys can mirror, you guys could do, so you guys have an idea. And you can look on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm doing full screenshots of full trades. You could see my full trade. You know, I even did on Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets 2 days this week, I posted full trades so people could see them. So I'm the guy trying to help people. I'm trying to help people. So if I'm doing 60, 70, 80 trades and every single one is winning, I'm not going to win every trade. Like I said, I'm going to lose on this Roblox puts, probably. I might lose on Chipotle puts. That's December, but I have a lot of time. That's December 1300 strike. I'm still down, even though it's like 1470. So we're gonna see. Everything else, NT and X, it was 1940, and I was up marginally. Now it's like $21. So I got a ways to go, but that's November. IRTC came back down again. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not gonna. It looks out of my 15, 16 puts that I have right now that I might lose on two puts, but I haven't lost on puts in months. I have one call, one long trade. It's MCFT. They do boats, but that's January 25 strike. So I have some time. Aside from that, I haven't lost on puts in months. Ever since April 14th, I had about 12 to 13 puts expire. It's been a nightmare. Like, it was tough. It was honestly tough. I didn't want to do a lot of trades, and it got me even more angry that a month later that my puts were in the money. These Carvana puts had $4,000 in Carvana puts. It was April 14th, 95 strike. On April 14th, it closed like at $97. So I lost. A month later, it was like $21 or $22. I was up $70. Literally, those puts, obviously I wouldn't have hold. I'm not going to say I'm going to hold. I wouldn't have held. Had I would have held to the end, I would have made like $60,000 or $70,000 with four. The puts that I had that expired were worth like $250,000 to $300,000. The puts that I had expired, I lost like 35 G's, would have been worth almost $250,000 to $300,000. That was tough. I'm never going to forget it. I might be easier, but I'm not going to forget it. I changed my strategies to do that. So I did a whole post about that. So what I've been doing is after the loss, I got too cocky in February. I was doing puts with 3 weeks out. I got really cocky. I was opening, like, the most I did in February, I was opening 15 puts in one day. So now, maybe I open 2 or 3 puts in one day. I don't carry 50 puts because I was carrying as high as 50 puts. Right now I have 15, 16. If things work out, I'll carry 20. If things work out even more and I keep making good trades, I'll carry 25. I don't know if I want to carry more than 25. That was, this is pretty devastating what happened to me. And right now, most of my puts are 2 months or 3 months out. 2 or 3 months out. I don't open more than maybe 3 or 4 puts in a day. So I could see if the rally extends. I did as many 15 puts in one day. That was bad. And lastly, I make sure that no more than like 25% of the puts that I carry expire the same day. Like I'm not gonna have more than 4 or 5 puts expire October 21st. 4 or 5 expire in November 18th, I think. And then December. I'm not gonna have more than 4 or 5 because there are events out of our control. So I'm gonna spread that risk by having at most maybe 4 and 5 expire with the same date. I'll pay a premium, so I'll pay more to push it till November, push it till December, push it till January, so that the same thing doesn't happen. I have all the puts expire the same day. I'm sorry this video was long, but hopefully you guys learn a little something. I'm trying to help you guys out. All right, Ultimate Traders, Nathan from Queens, October 9th, 2022. Have a great Sunday.